Hi, I'm Yappy. Welcome back to Network Tracking with me. It's the 5th of August, apparently. And I think things are actually going well at this point. So I went from a deep, deep valley of being fired, of breaking up with my girlfriend, to having quite fun at my job. However, I don't think, things are like going well, but I decided to go back. Because the job, the Haskell part was amazing, but the situation was quite political at the office, and I preferred actually maybe not working in offices at all. The other big thing was that I had this constant concern about dealing with a visa. So they offered me a working visa to work for the company, but then, I would be fully dependent on the company, and I just didn't see myself working there for 4 more years, essentially. And I also decided that, I was working with my friends on a startup. We were like, at this point we had an idea and everything. We actually had like a prototype, we had a working product mostly, and that was going okay. However, I was frustrated with some aspects of the corporation. I think we should just appoint a leader, because we just did everything by consensus, which wasn't great. So the app was about having local chefs connect to local customers, but there were so many like legal issues with that. That I don't think it would have ever, we needed funding to make that work. And we need to work, one would need to work on that full time. But yeah, none of us wanted to quit our jobs yet. So that's how much trust we had in it, right? So I decided that maybe it was a better idea if just started making a startup on my own. And one good way of doing that was going back to my Netherlands and, move back in with my parents. But that was my plan. I don't think it's a great plan, but that was my plan. Anyway, back to the number. So I decided to move back at this point, right? But I haven't moved back yet. I'm still in Australia. And I have $200 in cash. I got still the rupiahs, which is at 76 cents. I got my checking account in ABN calculated in dollars. Because I still live in Australia, so I still keep everything in dollars for convenience. My Commonwealth account is at $1950. My savings account at the Commonwealth. I guess this is my emergency fund, essentially. So I moved everything back to the savings account because I wasn't expecting to use it. And then we got stocks. This has gone up significantly because I sold everything from IG already, and I moved everything back to Europe again. Again, paying the transaction fees and, the difference in exchange rate. So some of the bid-ask spread. So I moved everything to Australia, and then I moved it back again, in a span of maybe half a year. So that wasn't very smart, but yeah, that's what I did. And then I also found Ethereum. So I put some money in there. So for reference, my friends were really big onto Ethereum. At the time, it was actually quite expensive as well. But one of my friends was one of the early adopters, and apparently he had Ethereum when it just launched. With the ICO, he got Ethereum, and then he sold it after it went up a little bit. So this is what happened with most early adopters. They'll sell it once it gets up a bit, and I also bought into the craze. Don't worry, I get better at finances, okay? It's just bad now because I've just only been doing financial stuff for a year, and yeah. I still have the rental bond because I'm still renting. I haven't moved back yet, but yeah, I'm about that. Yeah. Anyway, I have 34,000 in student loans. This is still just it's still the same amount. This didn't change at all. I'm not paying it back. It's all in euros denominated though. So this is just the exchange rate going up and down. And we end up with a net worth of $1,500. So in fact, I'm in the plus, finally. And I remembered telling this to my colleague that I finally got out of debt. I didn't repay the debt. I have assets across my liabilities because the loan is really good. So this is why I have investments. Otherwise it would be close to zero and I had no investments, but I kept the loans. So about these loans, you don't have to start paying them back immediately. At some point they force you to pay it back. So in the beginning, there's like a 2-year grace period after graduating, and since I only graduated in 2017, I have 1 more year grace period, and then after the grace period, you get a 5-year hold period, which you can use if you temporarily cannot pay the loans, and I just enabled that immediately. So I didn't pay back anything I'm not paying back anything on these loans. Anyway, that's the update for August. Please leave a like and subscribe.